لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله عليه صلاة الله وآله والأحبة لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله عليه صلاة الله وآله والأحبة Shine your mercy like the sun and be gracious as the earth. Let your kindness come like rain that cares not whom it falls upon. And let ocean deep your wisdom be, your heart a lantern spreading peace. Give yourself in love of him, be like Al-Habib. And in your deepest need and in your deepest grief, call on him in humility. Place your trust in the one to whom creation turns. You'll find redemption and find peace. La ilaha illallah Muhammadun Rasulullah alayhi salatullah wa alihi wal ahibba. Be a blazing fire of truth, be a soothing balm of peace. With the light of your sincerity, break the clouds of tyranny. Let your faith be like a blessed tree, give your shade to all who seek. May your roots run true and deep, take your strength from Al-Habib. Ya Nabi salam alayk, Ya Rasul salam alayk, Ya Habib salam alayk, salawatullah alayk. I know that certainty will bring tranquility.
Islam is derived from the root word salam or salam, which means peace. It's also derived from the Arabic word silm, which means to submit your will to Almighty God. In short, Islam means peace acquired by submitting your will to Almighty God.
Contentment with Allah's decree. Give thanks for all that comes. Be patient and know that someday you will return to him. La ilaha illallah Muhammadun Rasulullah alayhi salatullah wa alihi wal ahibba. Pass to the company of the folk of certainty, through their gaze and through your love for them. May you be as one of them.
يوحدنا لطريق الخير يوجهنا الله تعالى.
Religions, they conflicted with science. They used to kill and persecute the scientists because now they would show contradictions in their books. But it's amazing that Islam leads the way to science.
And whereas the earlier books came with many scientific mistakes due to the hand of man having delved into them, the Quran had none of these contradictions.
يهذبنا يوجهنا الله تعالى.
So you have a person who couldn't read or write, and he came from this culture where almost nobody could read and write, and they were just in the middle of nowhere, so to speak, and they were on the fringes of the civilized world, and they really didn't have any science, they didn't have hardly any kind of knowledge to speak of.
أنزله ورسول الله معلمنا ومعجزة الله.
They came to know recently, the Quran mentions 1400 years ago.
القرآن يوحدنا لطريق الخير يوجهنا.
That the heavens and the earth were once a company.
This is a halo climb, a meeting of fresh and salt water. Fresh water from the jungle flows over the heavier salt water, a particularly difficult place for animals to live.
Allahu Allah, Allahu Allah.
Through today, it is a question that is also documented in the Holy Quran. Simply put, it is how does man develop? No such, many centuries afterwards, that the human developmental stages were recorded in traditional scientific literature.
The two statements that I have, the key word in both is al-guide. The two statements.
As a medical doctor, particularly attracted when I read the Quran in the original text for the first time, these data concerning man were those which impressed me the most.
As far as it is known from the history of embryology, little was known about the staging and classification of human embryos until the 20th century. For this reason, the descriptions of the human embryo in the Quran cannot be based on scientific knowledge in the 7th century. The only reasonable conclusion is that these descriptions were revealed to Muhammad from God. He could not have known such details because he was an illiterate man with absolutely no...
That God transmitted through Muhammad bits of his knowledge that we have only discovered for ourselves in recent times.
This individual, Muhammad, had to be developing this information from someplace. So I see nothing here in conflict with the concept that divine intervention was involved.
But the Quran mentioned many scientific facts in great detail, like how a human being developed in the mother's womb, and described other scientific facts which amaze the world's renowned scientists and scientific community.
So when scientists themselves discover these things,
heart and soul be mirror clear. Give life and love to Al-Habib. Ya Nabi, salam alaik. Ya Rasul, salam alaik. Ya Habib, salam alaik. Salawatullah alaik. And stand before Allah like nothing else exists, and worship Him like you are seen. Be with all creation in all your deeds and words, as though you have no self to please. La ilaha illallah Muhammadun Rasulullah, alayhi salatullah wa alihi wal ahyat. When you master all of this, forget not your neediness. Were it not for Allah's grace, none of this can be achieved. So be humble as the lowly earth that all creatures walk upon. Be the slave of the most merciful. Take your light from us, so shine your mercy like the sun. Send your light across the earth. Let your kindness flow like rivers, quench the thirst of all who come. And let mountains strong your spirit be, but your heart melt
been recorded in the Quran 1400 years ago must be true. That can be proved by the scientific means. Since the Prophet Muhammad could neither read nor write, Muhammad must be a messenger who revealed this truth, which was revealed to him as an enlightenment by the one who is knowledgeable Creator. This Creator must be God or Allah. Therefore, I think this is the time to say, La ilaha illallah. There is no God to worship except Allah. Muhammad, Thun, Rasul, Lula. Muhammad is messenger of Allah.
محمد رسول الله عليه صلاة الله وآله والأحبة.
كل هذه الأرض ما تكفي مساحة لو نعيش بلا سماحة وانت عايشنا بحب لو تضيق الأرض نسكن كل قلب. كل هذه الأرض ما تكفي مساحة لو نعيش بلا سماحة وانت عايشنا بحب لو تضيق الأرض نسكن كل قلب. بتحية وبسلام انشروا أحلى الكلام زينوا الدنيا احترام محبة وابتسام انشروا بين الأنام هذا هو دين السلام. كل هذه الأرض ما تكفي مساحة لو نعيش بلا سماحة وانت عايشنا بحب لو تضيق الأرض نسكن كل قلب. بتحية وبسلام انشروا أحلى الكلام زينوا انشروا